You really be you really be feeling yourself. I be feeling you. You be saying shit.
You can feel that.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But yeah, like yeah, what I was saying is like, so I sent one of these banks a deposit, a lawful deposit according to federal law and state law.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lawful instrument that is capable of being deposited according to again federal and state law. And
Yes.
they try to they act like they was gonna process it and all of this and that, but then they didn't. They ended up not processing it. So long story short, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go through the enforcement procedures. So first, according to the state law, there's a notice that you got to provide to the company or whatnot. So I provided them with notice, like, hey, do you notice that you did not do what you were supposed to do? Yeah, it's a specific technical name. I provide them with the notice according to the state law. They got 15 days where they need to be responding, and during that 15 days, they also, according to the state law, it says that they got the capability of just pre-crediting you the credit, so they can give you the credits, right?
Uh-huh.
They can give you the credit while they doing their investigation. That's a possibility. Now,
Right.
but after 15 days, if they don't respond, that's them basically losing the whole fucking battle because they ain't even respond. You know what I'm saying? Like a
Default
motherfucker.
judgment.
Period. It's like a default judgment is possible up in this motherfucker now.
Period.
So they didn't even respond. So what I'm like is,
I need
yeah,
it.
I could go straight to federal court.
I don't care. Not that important. Hold on, Kyle. Sorry.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay. My bad. Keep going.
It's like I truly perceive I could go straight to federal court or state court and just go straight in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go through the procedure just to see how all these procedures gonna be. So I hooked up with the consumer finance, a complaint first. They contact me back within 3 days, like I told you. So I called the bank,
Right.
and long story short, it was just their first line of defense. I noticed real quick because the lady was saying, "Oh well, I just want to see what we could do to basically handle this situation." But she was not addressing every issue. She was asking me questions as if she didn't even have all the information, but she got it.
Yeah.
So I noticed they just trying to see what a nigga gonna say.
Right.
Trying to question their defenses. So all I did is I literally was just telling them the law. So she asked me a question like, do you have an account like this instrument? We didn't receive. No, she said we didn't receive a deposit. I'm looking in our system. It doesn't say we received a deposit. But I know she got the complaint, and it explains exactly what happened step by step. It also has the instrument that was transferred. I said, I know
Right.
you got the complaint, so you have the instruments. They are attached, and you have all the clear information as to the process that occurred. And she says, yeah. Yeah, she act like she didn't know what was going on, right? So I think they trying to see do a nigga know what he really doing, right? So they asked me again.
Absolutely.
I said, okay, so check it out. I say, don't y'all operate a bank? She says, yes, we do operate a private bank. It's a private bank. I say, you operating in the state of Florida, right? Yes. I say, okay, so you're accountable. You held accountable to the United States Code and the Florida Code, correct?
Back.
Yeah, yes. I'm like, yeah. She's like, yes. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I started talking real slow and only saying what the law says. So I said,
Right.
okay, according to Florida's law, in the code section, blah blah blah, 678.3111 or whatever it is. Um, I think I just spit off some other state code like Georgia or something. But I just say according to the code, which I stated, and I read it off. I was just reading it off. What a negotiable instrument is, what an instrument is, what an item is. I started reading off what deposit mean. You feel me?
Yes. Because
Start reading off what the word deposit mean. And as I'm doing that, I think she started getting the gist. And she said, "You know what? I have something else to do. I was just trying to call to see."
now I have something else to do.
Yeah. She was like, I was just trying to call to see if there was anything we could do. And I'm like, yeah, there's something you could do. You could actually do exactly what I put on the complaint. I need y'all to process those payments, those deposits, and add them and credit them to my account.
Right.
Now she was like, well, what she said? She said, well, we didn't receive anything. Then she said we didn't receive nothing. I said, oh, so y'all didn't receive no items. I said, but didn't you
Right.
just tell me you got all the attachments in the complaint, and it includes the items themselves, and you got the complaint, and in the complaint it shows you verbatim how we delivered and transferred them, and it's the evidence of the fucking receipt because it was a digital transfer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then she started trying to act like I was stupid. She was like, well, if you say you sent you say you sent some money, then can't your previous institution just reverse it? She started acting like I'm a boy. She's trying to hit me with some
Oh.
second grade shit. I said,
Right.
you asking me if my institution that's made a deposit could reverse it? I said, well, you know what? If that's possible, that ain't even the question right now. The question is, where's my money? I said,
Where's
look,
the money?
I said, actually, to be a million% honest, now she's trying to insult my intelligence. I say,
Right.
you're going to have to go and you're going to have to refer to the actual codes and read those things. She said, well, I'm not, she said, I'm not adverse to the trust operations. She started talking about trust and shit. I said, well, that's not my fault right now.
Right.
And then she started to say, well, why are you banking with us? Don't you want, maybe you want to end the relationship? She think I'm stupid. If I
Oh,
say,
that's how you know you want to bring. But she crazy because she don't realize that she's just she don't realize that she's literally telling you that what you're doing is right. Yeah.
and she don't even know, she's saying it in a way where she just showing me they really ain't standing on shit. What she said is, why don't you just end the relationship with the bank? I said, well, I really like the bank. I don't have no problem with the bank.
Nah.
It's just this specific deposit that was sent through. I need y'all to do what y'all supposed to do.
Exactly.
And then she stated, what she said? She said, well, we didn't get it.
No.
I said, okay, if that's
She
your
was
defense,
prepared.
I said, if that's your defense, I need you to hurry up and put that in the paperwork.
Please,
Go ahead and submit it. If that's your shit, you saying hurry up with this so we can take this to the next level. That's what I told her. I said, hurry up, file load paperwork, put that in that paperwork, and go ahead. Let's go to the next level.
Period.
Yeah, she was playing in her ass.
Yeah, she was like, she said, okay, what did she say? She said, well, the trust department is going to be dealing with the trust. Because I said, okay, yeah, and about the trust, I said, you know, we retitled the account and y'all act like that shit ain't real. I said, and I sent you the power of attorney. I just started talking regular. I said, and I sent you the power of attorney. And y'all act like the power of attorney ain't real. And I rescinded y'all rights, and y'all acting like y'all still got control. I say, what's up with all of that? She say, well, our significant our department or some shit. She say they received those trust documents, and I say, yeah, they received them. And what they stated was that it was high risk. And she said, yes, they did say it was high risk. I said, but that ain't got shit to do with law. High risk ain't even two terms that I can find in any law book. I said, as a matter of fact, since they high risk, that just means prejudice. You're being prejudiced because you're stating that they're high risk, but that is not even a legal term or a reason to deny anyone access to banking privileges.
Hello.
And then I said, okay, if we high risk, that ain't got nothing to do with this situation because I just notified you that high risk, if it is a high risk, that high risk trust is currently the owner of this account. So what's going on is, she said, well, we don't have no business with the trust. I said, I know you don't, and you ain't got to. But right now, the account that you're a custodian of is owned by the trust. That's the issue. Right. And if you refuse to respect that, then you're breaking the federal law and the state law. Because I even looked at the terms and conditions y'all sent me. Y'all don't have no right to override fiduciary responsibilities of an account. And she's like, well, the trust, she said, I'm not well versed in trusts.
Somebody say she thinks above her bracket.
She literally said that. I said, I'm like, why do they call? How they got the dum-dums calling me? She said, well, I'm not well versed in trusts, but the trust department is going to be doing something. I know what they're going to do. They're going to say that they denied it because it's high risk and just give me all the evidence I need to go straight in on their asses, even extra. Okay, but at the end of the day, that was just a statement to say, yeah, they gonna act like you dumb. Yeah, they gonna act like you don't know what you're doing. But they
gonna try you.
That's beautiful because they don't know, or they gonna find out quite quickly that I'm just going through the chain of command. I'm showing that I did it my way by
If you
myself.
did everything, yup.
I did it
Look,
by
I
myself.
tried to go and rectify.
And I tried to go through regular as, arbitration. Gave them opportunity to do it. Brought
I
the
turned the other
CFPB
cheek.
in. It's just gonna get more and more damages the more they keep acting stupid.
Exactly. I love it.
But anyway, so that's that. Right now is the time where we just gonna go in on these documents, unless y'all want to go some more in on that conversation.
Sorry, that's my apples. Hold on. All right, I'm ready whenever you're ready, Kay, on as far as like, I don't know how you want to do this.
This is how we gonna do this. All right, we're gonna knock this shit out in 40 minutes. And I perceive that it's about 9 documents. You got the list of documents, right? From our last
No.
or
I thought about the basic ones that I know.
let's conjure up. We're gonna conjure up the list in approximately 60 seconds. So I have a notepad here.
Let me grab mine.
I'm gonna list off the specific documents, and we're gonna do this. I'm gonna create a profile for someone, like a fictitious person, John or Jane. Well, we're gonna do Devontae Williams or something. I was gonna say Jane Doe or John Doe. No, fuck that. Devontae Williams or Jaquitha Martin.
Jaquan Brown. There we go.
You feel me? We go create one of these profiles and then fill these documents off out in a situation as if it's a real person, so that everybody can see how they gotta do all of their documents themselves. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's gonna go. Now give me approximately 60 seconds.
All right.
Okay. All right. So everyone already typically in this situation, this is assuming that people already got their trust done, they deed of trust, and a certificate of trust. All right. So we're just going to make the assumption that those 2 documents are complete. Now I'm looking at the list of documents that we went over in last meeting, and I'm going to write them down because these are the documents we're going to do today. We got the 2848. That's the notice of power of attorney to the IRS on the federal level.
Mm-hmm.
Then every state has a power of attorney form. I'll do one for, say, Illinois, but every state, I'll show you how to just Google find that power of attorney and for your state. And we have in the course, all of these documents are included in the foundation builder course that's dropping in university, right? So in the course, it's going to come with the documentation, so you won't have to search, and it'll be a list of links based on your state. So based on your state, you can click and get that state form, right? So 2848 for the IRS, the power of attorney for the state. What else here looks like? W8BN. That's the document for the beneficial ownership. Right?
Mm-hmm. And the WX.
What was that?
Then go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay, 2848's W8BN. Now, yeah, the WX. You were right. You were saying
XEXP.
Yeah, W8EXP. That's the document to show the certification of foreign organization. Yep.
Yeah, government. Yeah.
Or foreign government. Yep. So there's a public notice document, but that's a private document that it's not. It's an in-house document that we create, so we won't necessarily go over that. So yeah, you got your power of attorneys, beneficial owner, certificate of foreign government.
What about membership documentation?
What was that?
Membership documentation showing you. Is it that anything? That you fill out something like that? He's
The
just
form.
going.
Hold on. Who said what there? I didn't
Mom
clearly.
was trying to say we needed some document, but I'm gonna repeat that.
Okay, which document were you speaking about?
Saying membership, you mentioned something about a membership. I wrote down membership documentation showing you all.
Okay, yeah, the membership certification. That is the truth. Yeah, okay. Documents that'll be provided 100% by the tribe. We're not gonna go over like the public notice. We provide that, the deed of trust, the certificate of trust. We really provide that. Once people fill out that simple form. So we're not gonna go over those. We're gonna go over the things that most people are gonna have to do on their own with instruction. Yeah, that is right. Membership certificate is real. So 2848, power of attorney for the state. Form 56 is setting up the fiduciary relationship. W8BN is showing who the beneficial owner is. W8EXP is setting up your certificate of foreign government. All right, and that's a solid operation. There was something that just was on my mind. Certificate of foreign government being boom, 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 bow. Public notice. Let's get this party rolling. Um, but there was something that literally just slipped my mind. It's all good. It'll come up.
So that's basically 6 documents.
Yes, yes. Okay, let me double check a couple things real quick. You can read those documents off just for me to hear it from somebody else real quick. You said 6 documents. What's the 6 for
Yeah.
you?
Well, yeah, you can say that because the state level. So the 2848, state and fed level. Form 56, the W8 BIN, the W8 EXP, and the public notice if that's actually in that packet.
Okay. So
Or did
yeah,
you say no about that?
I feel you. So we can just state that public notice is a part of it. We can also state the deed of trust and the certificate of trust is part of it,
Okay.
and the membership certificate technically. Yet the membership certificate, the deed and certificate of trust, and the public notice will be provided 100% from Love Nation, 100% filled out for people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the other documents, they'll have a responsibility pretty much to operate that for themselves, yet they're going to have the how-to's and be taught how to do that throughout these courses. Another thing to bring up with the trust operations, what we recommend is different than all the possibilities. So we do recommend that you have the irrevocable trust minimally and the administrative trust to operate as the trustee for that trust. Minimal, the irrevocable living trust, and a trustee that we call an administrative trust set up to be the trustee. All right. Now, a lot of people do it a lot of ways because there's a lot of ways to do a lot of things. Nevertheless, we're going to be going over this structure as if the irrevocable living trust is the trust that you want to have the power over all of your personal assets. And we're going to be doing these documents as if the administrative trust is the fiduciary, okay? The administrative trust that serves as the trustee will become the fiduciary. And we're going to do these documents as if the living trust is the beneficial owner of the U.S. person, since the U.S. person and all the assets of the U.S. person is held in trust. Okay, so that's the way we're going to fill these out. Yet there's multiple ways to fill it out. Okay, some people make their true living self the beneficial owner. Some people make their true living self the power of attorney and things of that nature. Yeah, we're going to do this and give the power of attorney to the administrative trust. Okay, to our administrative trust, and we're going to make the irrevocable living trust
The beneficial owner of the U.S. Trust.
exactly. You just got the words, and that's perfection. And at the same time, right? When it comes to governance, we recommend everybody minimally have established or be a part of a family tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And we're providing the Constitution. That's another one of the documents. Put that on the list. This is all the core foundational documents package to be ready for whatever. Let's just call it the ready for whatever package. You ready for whatever. You got your family tribe set up, your irrevocable trust set up. You're going to have your administrative trust set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Public notice and a membership certificate. All that stuff is provided from Love Nation. Nevertheless, getting even deeper, making sure you got these other documents is putting everybody on notice that they don't have the sauce any longer over that U.S. person. And that's the key.
Right.
The U.S. person is in trust. The trust itself is the beneficial owner of the U.S. person. This is our recommended method. And the administrative trust, which is the trustee, has the fiduciary power and the power of attorney. Okay? So that's how we're going to be filling these documents out, just to be clear. Now, in the future, as people advance and learn a lot about the processes, they can do it differently, and that's okay. Yeah, we have a strategy, a method that we recommend. Last but not least, the only other thing to be aware of is that there will be a private power of attorney contract, because the 2848 for the IRS and the form for the state level, those documents are literally just notifying, providing notice. But the original contract will be a private contract that will be entered into between whoever the power of attorney is. In this situation, irrevocable trust. I know in my personal situation, sometimes I established another sovereign entity in the name of Kyle Mansa, an Aboriginal entity in the name of Kyle Mansa, and made that the power of attorney. Nevertheless, we're going to do this recommended method to keep it simple for people, and that's just what it is. Other than that, private power of attorney is good to know. There was another document that I wanted to bring up. Oh, yeah, the Freedom of Information Act request from the Department of Homeland Security. That will wrap up this package that's in the Foundation Builder. And in that, we're not going to do it, but we will provide the sentence to provide when you make that Freedom of Information request. We will go over that. So now, here goes the hit list. This is the hit list. We're going to just do the hit list. In what order are we finna go through these documents? One, we'll just do the Freedom of Information sentence, right? Since that's pretty simple. Show that sentence. Second, we'll go over the 2848 notice on the federal level. Third, we're going to do a state POA, power of attorney. Fourth, we'll do a Form 56. Fifth, we do a W8 Ben. And sixth, we'll do the WAEXP, which I believe that's what that was, or we'll see if I got that term off, which is the certificate of foreign organization or foreign government. And that'll be it, because all the other documents will be pretty much provided by the tribe. All right, so let's get busy. That is 6 documents. Well, it is really 5 documents, like you did say, in one sentence. All right.
Okay.
So give me 1 second, and we're just going to begin. Oh my goodness. Anybody got the time? Time, please.
It's 7:32. 10:32 for you.
2:32. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to knock this shit out in 28 minutes. That's the goal. So if we have 5 documents in one sentence, that's 6, 12, 24. Let's just, wow, that's only 4 minutes. Wow, 5 minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's see.
Well, the FOIA deadline, that's going to be pretty simple because that's just a sentence.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go with the first sentence and then just move on to the other one, y'all. What's up with it, Kendall James? How you feeling, bro?
What's the word, bro? Just getting back in the house.
Perfect timing. Divine timing.
For sure.
All right, God Kaba on the phone, Angela in the building. Some of the real ones. We're finna start screen sharing and go over these documents, how to complete them. Hey, bro, this is a great moment for you because I know you wanted to get that 2848 done, man, and we're gonna go over that too. First, here we go. What's the almighty sentence structure to utilize? This the almighty sentence structure to utilize for the Freedom of Information request. Wow. Look at me doing the most. Here we go, though. So, where would you go to do this? You go to Department of Homeland Security. Let me just type this. Department of Homeland Security website. And you'll find where they allow you to do the Freedom of Information request. Once you do that, they're going to ask what type of request you want to put in, and you'll be able to select the appropriate option, and they're going to ask you for what is your request, and this is the recommended statement. This is an official request for records under the Freedom of Information Act. Put your name. You don't have to put these brackets. You don't have to use that yet. Your name, request all information in citizenship records pertaining to, again, you don't have to use this bracket, but upper and lowercase name. You're just going to write your name in a few different variations right here. Upper and lowercase name, comma, last name, comma, first name, which is the second option, comma, all caps name, just your name in all caps, every letter, comma, obtained from the person-centric system. You do not have to put these parentheses here. Nevertheless, from the person-centric system for the above-mentioned name variations. What this census is doing is asking the Department of Homeland Security, hey, I need some evidence of citizenship for this U.S. person. That's a U.S. person right here. You dig what I'm saying? Where's the citizenship information? If they cannot provide you with evidence of citizenship, then that U.S. person is not a citizen. Y'all feel me? That U.S. person more than likely some type of foreign, to be honest. But let's just say,
Yeah, we feel you. We feel you.
let's just say that foreign that entity got a name, and that name is the name that you associate yourself with at times. Yeah, once you get the response back from them by doing this, it's going to basically say the records did not find you and all of that. And that's just evidence. That document that they give you back is evidence that you're not a citizen. And that's part of the play. Y'all feel me on that?
Yep.
Okay, so that's one. Do y'all still see my screen?
Yes.
You see Zoom right now?
Yep. Well, I see my name on the screen.
But you don't see Zoom. Do you see any? You don't see the screen. Okay, cool. That's a good thing though, because I'm about to go to the next document, and I just kind of wanted to block out the screen in between. So now we're gonna pull up a 2848 document. Anybody got any question about that census right now? If you got a question, you can ask it. It's all good. Okay, so we're gonna move on to this power of attorney form, and I got the Illinois one here ready as well. So let me do the screen share ski, and we can get back to it. All right. So we're gonna do the power of attorneys. This one is for Illinois, and then this here is for the state level, right? So let's do, for the federal level. So let's do the federal one first. Well, this is the state. This is the federal. Y'all with me here?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to be doing this for a fictitious person named Javion Miller. Okay. So here we go. This is how you would fill this out. You're declaring that someone has the power of attorney over that U.S. person for tax purposes so that when something's going on that's dealing with federal taxes, this person can communicate on behalf of that U.S. person, all right? And I'm just saying U.S. person, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. Taxpayer name. In this situation, it would be, say, Javion Miller, right? We do it in all caps. Say they lived on 1111 Miller Road, Miller City, Miller State, zip code 77767. All right. So that's that. That more than likely has a taxpayer identification number. Say that was 388-78-8976. We'll go there. They got a phone number. Put it there. Right. Now you're going to get into who's the representative. They must sign and date this form on page 2. So now you're going to put the power of attorney. Who has the power of attorney? In our situation, we're going to make who? The irrevocable living trust or the trustee, the administrative trustee. So say Javon Miller set up Miller Trustee Services, the Miller Trustee Services Trust. Imagine they set up the Miller Trustee Services Trust. That's just the name I'm going to say. And then just imagine Javion Miller just had the same address. The trust had the same address as his home address. That is totally lawful. So I'm going to utilize that situation, which is most people's situation. They have a trust that share the address with that person. All right. Okay. That's there. Now, I would state, yeah, I want copies and notices of all communications to be sent to this representative, right? Now, do they got a PTIN number? Let's just say no. Their phone number. Imagine if their phone number is even the same as Javion's, which is totally lawful. And most people, a lot of people are in that situation. Imagine if they don't have a fax number. Imagine if they don't have a PTIN number. And imagine if they don't have a CAF number. If you're asking about them, what are they? Then more than likely you don't have them. Imagine this is the same address that this trustee has always had, so nothing has to change there, right? So you see here is just the name of the person, their social security number in this situation, of the U.S. person that, or let's just say the state. Let's say this person was born was documented in Illinois, right? So this is really an Illinois person. I ain't gonna say a U.S. person. So an Illinois person, they got that tax ID number, phone number, and all that. Bow. Now down here, what we doing? They're asking what information do this person got the power to communicate on behalf of. I typically add income taxes, right? Typically estate taxes. If we're gonna fill out some estate tax documentation. In situations, there's whistleblower documents that people want to fill out. So I put whistleblower here, right? And typically that's it, because the estate taxes deal with the taxes for trustee. I mean, for trust taxes, if you ever need to fill that out, income taxes, the 1040s and shit, whistleblower if you need to go ahead and bomb on a company for acting like they don't know what's up. So then we'll put the forms here, 1040, 1041, and I think the whistleblower form is a 211. But let me just do.
I thought the whistleblower was the 3949A.
That's totally possible because I just said I think, but let's just. Yeah, you said form what?
3949A.
All right, which. Yep, you go ahead and do that. Report alleged tax violation. So boom. Form
3949A.
Bow, yeah. Referral to report alleged tax violation. So bow. I'll take that and just put that form there too, because they're asking what forms you will be doing. Now, years, say we're doing this in 2023 or 2024, and I wanted to do a back tax plus some future taxes. So say I wanted to do 2022 through 2027 or whatnot. Say I just put these 5 years and say every 5 years I'm going to update it or provide different information. All right. That's what I recommend. 5 years. Put it in your notepad and every 5 years redo it. Or you can do that's just what I do. Okay. You can do what you so choose. But I make it for approximately 5 years and make sure that I update it if necessary in the next 5 years. All right. Additional acts, right? So what other additional things do I want this person to do? So I'm authorizing them to do whatever, to do everything. I want them to be authorized to get everything done, right? Now, other acts authorized, you typically have to be specific. So I typically do not do that because I don't think of any other thing that I can think of, right? But if you have other things that you need to do in your tax situations, just add them with other authorized acts, right? Specific acts not to be authorized, I don't have any of those in mind. Retention, revocation of prior owners. What is it saying here? I automatically revoke all earlier powers of attorney on file with the IRS. I'm doing that. If I do not want to revoke a prior power of attorney, click here. Well, I want all of the prior ones to be revoked if they're on file, so I'm not going to click that. All right. Declaration and signature to taxpayer. So I will put JVon's name here. Taxpayer declaration. This is the taxpayer declaration. So that's it. It's the actual person. This, so it'll be a self declaration. Just put self. That's pretty much it. But you have to put down here what designation does this person have, right? A bona fide officer of the taxpayer organization. You see that? Are you an attorney, certified public accountant, enrolled agent, officer, full-time employee, family member, enrolled actuary, unenrolled return preparer, whatever? Well, that trust is a bona fide officer of the taxpayer organization. Officer. The trustee, that's what I put. I put D right here. Right? Licensing jurisdiction or other licensing authority, if applicable, skip that. Bar license stuff, skip that. So you'd have to sign here. You have to date there. So say this happened on the 11 of 20, well, 2111, whatever. Well, let me just not confuse people. Okay, say you did this in 2025. That'll be the date. So I put that D there, kept that empty. Now, when you print this, you would sign and date, sign right here, and that's a deal. That's a sealed delivery there. That's a 2848. You go ahead and send that to who nature loves, which is the IRS goodies. You see what I'm saying? So this is that. Any questions? Let me know. If not, we're moving on to the next.
I got a question.
All right.
When we sign it, do we sign it in our beneficiary name, the first name / middle name, colon, last name?
Well, that would be if they want the beneficiary. In this situation, they're asking for the taxpayer declaration and signature. So they're really wanting the signature for this person. You could sign.
No, not the benefit. I'm saying like the you know how it be
I know.
the first name / middle name.
I know what you're saying. I myself personally would say you could do whatever. You could do that. That's no problem. You could sign here and acknowledge that person who signed is a beneficiary for Javion Miller. You could do that, or you could just sign.
About that.
If you did that though, you would put whatever there. I guess your beneficiary status here instead of self. Yet, I just put the own John Hancock down there because it's for this entity, not me anyway. And I just keep on moving. That's my thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, where is it in law that says how we need to separate our signatures and do like a beneficial signature versus like if the signature that you probably sign documents or whatever with right now, like whoever
There's no law. This is people's theories.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what me and him.
Okay.
And that's okay though, because theories turn into realities as well. I just don't necessarily do that. Now, if I'm the trustee and signing, I'm just gonna put trustee right here and just sign. You know, it's like that. But yeah, you can do it. It's not the end. It wouldn't hurt you, you know, to sign that way and just say it's the beneficiary signing on behalf of that entity. Yeah, make sure that you acknowledge here that it's a beneficiary signing instead of putting self there. So yeah, you can make that happen if you so choose to. Now we're gonna do a state form for Illinois. Yet how do we get this form? You can go to Google the name of your state, and then type Department of Revenue Power of Attorney. Okay, or you can sometimes just type the name of your state and power of attorney. Form like this will pull up. Somebody hit me with the time.
Time is 7:48. 10:48 your time.
Hey, it is what it is. We're gonna keep on going. Now, taxpayer name here. So we're working with JVon. So JVon. Put they social there, like we stated. Let's just say this. Let's imagine this person is not with a spouse. Street address. Okay, this is Miller. So street address will go there. The city, Miller City. State. This person's in Illinois, right? We can hit them with a Illinois zip code, so 616. Email jvion@gmail. All right. Hit them with their phone number. Check this box if your authorized agent or fiduciary is executing this form and complete step 4 in addition to steps 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So if the trustee was doing this on your behalf, you could do that. Y'all feel me?
Huh.
All right. So we're gonna do this as if the person is filling it out on themselves for themselves and just let them know who the power of attorney is. All right. So check one box. What type of power of attorney is this? Okay, it's an other. Right. Bow. Power of attorney name. Remember we saying JVon. Well, it was Miller. What was he saying? Miller Trustee Services Trust or something. All right. So say that's the power. What's that?
Now keep going.
All right. So the EIN number for that would go here. The EIN number, say you got you one of those 9-8 numbers. Put that there. Email name, say jvion@gmail, whatnot. The street address, again, let's imagine that they're at the same address. Phone number, go here. Bow, bow, bow. Check this box to authorize them to send duplicate copies and notices to the power of attorney listed there. So you more than likely will want a duplicate copy or a notice. Okay. So if they're attorney, certified public accountant, or authorized agent, they got to fill this out. But your power of attorney is with the trust. You don't fill that part out. Authority granted. You giving them full authority on every situation. So you check that. Check this box if the employee is not able to sign tax returns, where you giving them full authority. So you're gonna keep it like that. As you can see, the form is pretty much done. Right here, authorized agent or fiduciary. If an agent was doing this on your behalf, you would fill this out, but you're doing it on your own, so you would just put your information here. JVon Miller is yourself, so I put self typically in those situations. 11/11/2024. Let's say that's the situation again. Imagine he didn't have a spouse, so that's that.
Yeah.
Y'all sit here?
Yes, I don't know what happened to him. I think he even went out.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's a six K.
Or is it just gonna say that every fucking 30 minutes? Maybe it just says it every 30 minutes. All right. Anyway, that's that, y'all. That's that. Y'all see that? So
No, I don't see your screen no more. You have went out.
Yeah, you went out for a second. We didn't hear anything. You just came back in.
Okay, cool. So that was interesting. That means the hour is up, ain't it?
Okay.
7:54.
Yeah, 7:54.
All right, cool. So we got more time on the Zooms. It's cool. I got some more shit that's going on, but life is great. What we got here? We got the state form complete. There was one more click, I believe. So let's see there. Add a new PO, add additional, change existing, or remove. Well, we're adding a new one with this one. In most situations, people are doing this for their first time. That's what that looks like. You, un minuto. Oh, give me 1 second, everybody. I'm about to press pause.
Oh,
Okay, everybody. Pardon me for that. Yeah, we moving on. So we got the two power of attorneys complete here. What We got Form 56 bin and 8EXP. This is Form W8 bin, which is a one pager, which is very simple. So the name, if we good, everybody here?
Yeah, we here.
So we'll have Davion Miller right there. Say that person. Oh, beneficial owner. Oh, this beneficial owner. Okay, so let me stop moving so fast. So say we're making the beneficial owner in this situation is the trust. So say it's Javion Miller Trust. There's no country of citizenship. Oh, this is for individuals. Give me a second. My bad, y'all. In this situation, this is for your living person. My bad. Javion. So what you'll do is Javion Miller spelled like that. Country of citizenship. You know, you can do the territory. What you do is like Illinois territory. If you're a part of Love Nation, what I put here for mine is Love Nation America, literally, and I sent that boy in. Nevertheless, you know, if you feel most comfortable, you can put the state that you're in, the territory that you're in, right? Permanent residence at that address, right? The city. Again, I typically put Love Nation. That's just what I do. Love Nation America. Nevertheless, say this person wants to put the USA, they could do that. Because technically the USA is foreign to the United States. Y'all know that? Anyway.
Yep, I knew that.
Mailing address is the same as their other address, so they won't have to put nothing. Now, if this person doesn't even have an ID, they don't even got your true self, you don't got no number. Yet when you're working with us, let's just say Love Nation, we do issue, if you would need it, our own indigenous entity identification numbers. Yeah, you don't even have to have one right there. Let's just say you're working with us and you get one. If you not, then you wouldn't have one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can click this if it's not legally required, right? It's that simple. If you don't have one, you don't have one. Your true self. You put the birth date or your living date, however you want to look at that. Let's just say it's January 9th, 2020. We'll say somebody was born in 2000. Javion. All right. Now, in order to claim tax treaty benefits, you put it there. I haven't claimed tax treaty benefits as naturally a tax exempt entity, so I don't even do that. I certify it got the capacity to do that. I put the date, 11/11/2025. Print and sign. And yes, you can do beneficial owner signatures. If you so chose to, or just sign how you so choose to, it's totally fine. Print the name there, Javion Miller. Print and sign, and that is what you call complete. Y'all feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Questions, concern, considerations? No.
Nope.
All right. What do we got left? We have 2 documents left, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Form 56 and the Form W8EXP. What I like to ask, if everybody don't mind, is for us to tap back in because I'm late for something. I ain't gonna even lie.
It's fine.
We're gonna
No,
tap
it's
back in. We're
Whoever
gonna tap
can't
back in close.
I was gonna
What's
say
that?
whoever can't join if it's too late, because I understand, the timing. We're gonna record, so we can get that to y'all. I'm just saying that for
Yeah, we recording all this. Y'all gonna be able to. Yeah, my
for
bad.
sure.
We will record these. We're gonna record the next one. Yeah, more than likely, y'all. We're gonna do it top of the morning or in 2 hours. All right.
Okay, cool.
All right,
It's
bet.
all good, man. We only got 2 more to do. What's up,
All right,
Kendall?
for sure. I'm gonna try to stay I'm trying to put my son to sleep. But sometimes I'll be falling asleep with him. But you know what I
I
mean?
do the same thing, Kendall. We get it.
Man, that should be.
That shit
But
get me every
no,
time. I be having stuff I be wanting to do.
for sure. But that top of the morning, definitely, I'm definitely gonna hit that one.
All right, so let's just make it top of the morning, y'all. Top of the morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is 12 my time. We up and live and popping, all right?
All right. Sounds good.
All right, for
Peace,
sure.
everybody. Sweet
All
dreams.
right, love.
Appreciate you. Peace, love, and happiness.
Yep.